Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my beautiful wife from Venezuela. Let me fix the camera so you can see her. It's July 27, 2024, 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time here in northern Florida. And it's about 86 degrees outside, a little cloudy, but a beautiful, a great day for me to give you free advice on how to process a K-1 visa or a green card or a spousal visa or a tourist visa. What do you want to learn how to do? Now, most of you guys already know how to do most of everything, and I got my hats here from Colombia. You know how to do this, and I kind of just guide you and answer your questions on some of the things that you probably are not quite sure of. Today is Saturday. We hope you're having a good weekend so far. And tomorrow you got to lie in and rest up and enjoy your rest of your weekend. If you have any questions on how to process a green card application or a K-1 visa, I'm here. Now, I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice, okay? I don't work for USCIS. I don't work for any of those companies that charge you an arm and a leg to process a simple green card application or a K-1 visa application. It's not hard to do, but you got to pay attention to what you're doing. You just got to pay attention and not rush. Lots of people make mistakes because they rush. They rush it. They rush the paperwork. Rush, 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 rush. Got to get it done. Got to have it done today. Don't do that. And Ara Camoni, hi Diego and Karina. What's going on, Ara Camoni? It's good to see you. How's your family? How's everything? How's your processing going? We hope you're doing well. And it's the weekend, so everybody should be in a pretty good mood, hopefully, because tomorrow y'all going to get to sleep in, right? Unless you got to go to work tomorrow. If you got to go to work tomorrow, then you won't be able to sleep in. The mistakes that people make on processing K-1 visas is they forget to sign the paperwork. They forget to sign the I-129F, or they fill out the check incorrectly with abbreviations, or they don't put the correct amount for the visa, whatever the cost is, because the cost just changed April 1st of 2024, and today's July 27th. So the price went up. So you got to make sure you don't mess up the price, you don't mess up the check, and use a check when you pay for visas. Don't use your credit card, because banks are denying the charge. They're looking at it going, what the heck is this? $1,400 for $1,440 for what? Ara Camoni, I sent my adjustment of status on July 12th, and I've not gotten an NOA-1 yet. How long do I have to wait to hear from USCIS? July 12th. Well, you should have got, you're probably going to get a text message from immigration saying they received your adjustment of status paperwork. Did you include Form G1145 in your paperwork? Form G1145 is you include the form in your K1 in your green card application, and then when immigration open up your box in Chicago, Phoenix, Elgin, or Illinois, or in Texas, they open up your green card application, and then they send you a text message. So they haven't opened your box. Okay, so you submitted the G1145. So your green card application is sitting on a shelf somewhere at immigration, whether it's in Chicago or Phoenix, Arizona, Texas, or Elgin, Illinois. So what you got to do is you got to be patient. You just got to wait for the immigration folks to open up your box of goodies, and then they will send you a text message to say they opened it. They will check that you submitted the correct fee, okay? The price of a green card and the biometrics is $1,440. I'll write it down here. This is how much it costs, okay? This is how much it costs. Whoa, look, Brenda said that's too much. This is how much it costs for a $1,440. $1,440. That's how much it costs for a green card and biometrics. The biometrics price is included in that price, okay? Matt Berner's in the house. Hey guys, we are on our Luna de Miel. You're on your honeymoon at Greenbrier in West Virginia. Well, so you're up in the mountains in the country. This week we will finish the I-485. What's your opinion on working under the table while waiting? Well, it depends how tall the table is, okay? You know, if you're short, if you're what, 5 feet tall, and you can walk under a table, then that's 5 feet tall, then you can work under it. But if you're very tall, it's hard to work under the table. But if you're talking about working under the table for your beneficiary without a green card or without a work permit, don't do it, because she could end up losing her green card. Okay? You don't want to do that. All you got to do is apply for the green card, include all your honeymoon paperwork in the green card application, lots of pictures of your wedding, lots of pictures of your honeymoon with family and friends or whoever you're with, get their names picked, put them in the green card application, and then wait for your green card. Aracamoni, let me drink my Mountain Dew for now. I will from there in a few days. Well, we're gonna drink some Mountain Dew together, Aracamoni. Let's drink some Mountain Dew together. Mountain Dew, salute to Aracamoni. I got him hooked on Mountain Dew. There's no Mountain Dew in Colombia. Karina's got 5 brothers. They all live in Colombia. And they all went looking for Mountain Dew for me. Because Bogota is a big place. They said, if we all split up, we can find some Mountain Dew. They went to every supermarket in Bogota. And then somebody asked a question, and the lady said, we don't sell Mountain Dew here because it's not allowed. The Colombian government won't let us sell Mountain Dew in Colombia. So that was kind of a downer. So I was in Colombia for 2.5 years without any Mountain Dew. But now I'm back in America with my beautiful wife, and I go to Walmart, and with your super chats, we're buying Mountain Dew. We never run out. So Aracamoni, I'm glad you like Mountain Dew. Like I was saying, people make mistakes when they submit their K-1 visa application. They don't submit enough evidence. They forget to include divorce decrees. You got to have a certified copy of your divorce decree, okay? Whether it's the sponsor or the beneficiary or both. Got to have certified copies. If you don't, you're going to get an RFE. You got to sign the paperwork. Don't forget to sign it. You got to include lots and lots of pictures of your relationship. In order to get a K-1 visa approved for a NOA2 letter, you got to load up on evidence of your relationship. Make at least 2 trips to go see your beneficiary. Include the plane tickets, pictures with her family and friends or his family and friends. Aracamoni, my wife just served me my Mountain Dew. Thanks for being a great ambassador of Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. This one's got 0 sugar. That's okay. Chris likes that. I don't have lots of sugar in my blood, but hey, it is what it is. I go work in the yard in the morning and I burn all the sugar off. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina and Tokyo. Tokyo's out in the yard with his friend Rambo. There's a stray cat, very nice cat, very nice, bonito, very strong, not very healthy, but he lives in the woods, I guess, and he made friends with Tokyo. So Tokyo's out playing with him in the yard. So I don't have a problem with a cat living in the woods behind our house because that will keep the rats down, right? So Francois, Diego, you won't believe what my fiance has been going through with him trying to get his vaccinations. Well, here's my best advice, Francois, to Hamid in the United Arab Emirates. Forget trying to get vaccinations in the United Arab Emirates. Take it off your list. Just forget about it. And then see what he can do if he goes to Morocco on vacation. If he decides not to go to Morocco on vacation to see his mom and dad one more time before he starts this green card application he won't see his family for a long time, my recommendation is that he flies from the United Arab Emirates to the United States and you meet him at the airport and don't fly to Morocco. If he doesn't want to go to Morocco, don't go. You stay in America, save your money, meet him at the airport and use that money you would use in Morocco for a fantastic honeymoon in New York City, let's say. Francois, then they give him a bunch of questions to answer and he brings them back. Then he is told that they can't give him the vaccines because he has no insurance. Can't figure that one. You don't need, well, in America, if you don't have insurance, you just use cash. Efectivo, right? or a credit card. We were at the medical exam in Bogota, Colombia. I was with Karina. She got her medical exam done, and the doctor said, the civil surgeon said, you're missing a booster shot for your vaccinations. You can get it done here in Bogota, or you can get it done in the United States. And I stuck my nose into the business and said, how much is the vaccination here? And the doctor's administrative assistant said $25. I said, okay, here's my credit card. Karina, go get it done. So I gave Karina the credit card. She got it done. So all the vaccinations were done. The United Arab Emirates apparently has got a different way of doing stuff. Okay? Who knows? He told Francois, he told them he will be paying cash, and apparently no insurance, no vaccines. So they got some kind of a conglomerate going on in the United Arab Emirates where you got to have insurance in order to get medical care. That sounds kind of weird to me. So my advice to Hamid is, and to you, Francois, if you are going to go to Morocco on vacation, get the vaccines in Morocco. If you're not going to go to Morocco on vacation, if he's going to fly straight from America, from the UAE to the United States, get all the vaccinations done in upstate New York, and you're good to go. You get them all done in New York. You can use your credit card, right? Antonio, my wife had her biometrics yesterday, and her EAD got approved today. Mountain Dew salute to Antonio. I'm so happy she can start working. You got to have the EAD in your hand before you can start working. You know the hiring manager at Walmart. Well, get her to work. Walmart's a great place to work, a great company. I'm in there pretty much every other day buying Mountain Dew. But you cannot work without the work permit, okay? Antonio, listen to me. When she gets the work permit in her hand, that's when she can start work. Francois, he told them he will be paying cash. Now, forget about it. Francois, tell Hamid to relax on the vaccinations, okay? Forget about the vaccinations in UAE. If he's going to Morocco, get them done in Morocco, as many as you can. If you can't get them done in Morocco, don't worry about it. Bring him to the United States, meet him at the airport, get him through the airport, take him home, make him a cheese sandwich so he can rest, and then get him up the next day and get him started on his vaccinations. Antonio, yes, understood, right. You don't want to start work in America with your Social Security number. Okay, you get excited, your Social Security number comes in the mail, you're excited, wow, great, I'm going to go get my job, I'm going to start work as a whatever. But you can't work in America with a Social Security number by itself. If you're a foreign national, you got to have the work permit or the green card. As soon as Karina got her work permit, she got a job. Then her green card came in 6 weeks after that, even less. She got a green card really quick after she got a work permit. So she's good to go. But if you go to work in America, all you use is your Social Security number, immigration's going to tag you and say, what are you doing? You don't have permission. You're going to get a mismatch with the Social Security number with your immigration benefit. It could be a problem. Okay, don't do that. Francois, thank you. You're welcome, Francois. And no, Francois, just relax on the vaccinations, okay? Can't get them in the UAE, forget about it. Just forget about it. Tell him to get on a plane once he gets his visa, fly to the United States, you meet him at the airport, and get the vaccinations done in upstate New York. It's a whole lot easier, right? But you got to have them for the green card. Antonio, hopefully when her work permit, her employment authorization document, EAD, comes in, she can get her state ID here in Louisiana. You can try, but the state ID may be only good for 90 days. I don't know. I mean, we live in Florida, so I don't know about Louisiana. I like Louisiana. We were in Louisiana. We went to New Orleans together. We spent the weekend in New Orleans when we got Karina's biometrics in New Orleans. But you need to contact the state of Louisiana, maybe the driver's license place, and ask them what is the procedure for a work permit. But what I would do is just wait for the green card to come in. because you're going to get the green card. If you get the work permit, you're going to get the green card. Destiny's Room. Hi, I have a question about the I-134. Come on, Destiny's Room. What is it? What's your question? Come on. I'll give you a Mountain Dew salute if you can trip me up. See if you can ask me a question I don't know the answer to. It's going to be tough to do that. My employer is my university. Okay. But they stationed me at a high school in another city. Okay. What should I put as the employer's address? The university. The address of your boss is the university. MSU, what is that? Miami State University, Michigan State University. That's what the address you're going to use is the university. But I work at Yale High School in another city. Yeah, Michigan State University, but you're going to put Michigan State University as your employer on the I-134. You're welcome. When I was in the United States Navy, I was working out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. But my boss was in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay? So, what address was showing up on my military orders? Arizona. Destiny's Room, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, you're at Michigan State University. That's your employer. That's the address you're going to use. Okay? I don't care if they send you to Timbuktu. My Michigan State is your employer. Okay? That's where you're going to use that address on the I-134, which is the Declaration of Financial Support. Okay? And I'm not sure if it's your mom or your grandma has to fill one out too. The chair squeaking. And Karina's like cringing. Every time I turn the chair, Karina's teeth are grinding. Arr! Destiny's Room. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm doing the I-134 right now. Ahora, señora, proceso papeles. With my notability. What's a notability? Oh, it's your computer. It's so much better than the Adobe PDF. Okay. Notability. I'm thinking, what the heck? So it's a computer program. Very good. Remember, I'm not as advanced as you, Destiny's Room. I'm not as advanced, okay? You're at Michigan State University. You're high tech. Okay? I'm not as advanced as you. Let me see. Francois. So for Hamid to skip Morocco and fly right to the United States, what about pics with the family? You make sure you get lots and lots of pictures at the wedding. Forget the pictures with the family in Morocco. Scratch it off your list. Will screenshots of video chats for them suffice for the green card? Absolutely. Absolutely. Scratch the trip to Morocco. This is my opinion. Scratch the trip to Morocco. Use the money for a fantastic honeymoon in New York City. Go and travel. Go up the Empire State Building. Can take a boat trip around the Hudson River. Go eat at Patsy's Italian restaurant in Midtown. Go to the lake show. I don't know. Have a fantastic honeymoon. Use the money for that. Get lots of pictures on your honeymoon with people you know. Okay? Francois, that's my recommendation. Tell Hamid to buy a plane ticket one way to the United States of America from Dubai. Abu Dhabi in UAE. Get him to the United States as soon as he gets his green card, his K1 visa. All right, Francois? And then save the money for the Morocco trip. Use it for the honeymoon. Let me see here. Destiny's Room. Notability is like a note-taking application. So Notability is a computer application for notes, taking notes. Who knew that? I didn't know that. I learned something new from Destiny's Room. So you hang out with university students and you start learning new things. Mapendano Kawek. Hello, Diego and Karina. What's going on, Mapendano? Question regarding the DS-160. That's the application for the K1 visa. At the end of the application, it says that you have to print the confirmation page. If I don't have a print, can I send it to my email? You got to print it either from your email or you got to print it. You got to have the confirmation page printed. Okay? If you don't have a printer, then I would find a printer, go to the library, go to a library and see if you can get on a computer at the library and print it there from the library. But you got to print it. You got to have those DS-160s printed, the confirmation pages. You got to have it for the biometrics and for the visa interview. You can send it to your email if you can print it from your email, but you got to print it somehow. Paya, India. We married but have not filed for the adjustment of status due to financial and time issues. The K1 visa expires the 27th per the stamp on the passport. No, the I-94 expires, not the K1 visa. Your K1 visa expired the day you landed in America. The day you landed in America, the K1 visa is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. You are now on a form I-94. Border Patrol, it's a Border Patrol form, an immigration form. The I-94 is good for 90 days, not the K1 visa. The I-94 is good for 90 days. You get married within 90 days, okay? But you can file for the green card once that I-94 is expired. You're not out of status. The only way you'd be out of status is if you didn't get married within 90 days. Then you're out of status. If you get married within 90 days, you're within status. You're good to go. And if it takes you 4 months, 5 months to apply for the green card, no problem. It just means you got to wait longer for your green card. But you're not going to get deported. Is it going to be an issue for deportation? No, it's not, Paya, India. You are within status if you got married within 90 days. You got it? You're good. If it takes you 5 months to apply for the green card, then it takes you 5 months. Francois, eternal thank you. Do you know Hamid asked him to ask you all this before he went to bed? All day, have you asked Diego? Have you asked Diego? Have you asked Diego? Well, is Hamid in bed now? Is he chilling? Is he relaxed? Because soon he's going to have his K1 visa. Here's a Mountain Dew salute to Hamid, okay, in the United Arab Emirates. Who's chilling now? Tell him to relax. He can get his vaccinations in New York, upstate New York, okay? And send me a fridge magnet from New York. Send me a fridge magnet. Francois, you're good. Antonio, that's why when my wife made it to America, they wrote on her visa some scribble because it's no more good. That's right. The K1 visa is irrelevant. When you land in the United States and the wheels are hitting the tarmac, you're in the United States, which is a republic, not a democracy. We are in a constitutional republic. Don't forget. The K1 visa becomes obsolete. Okay, it's like an iPhone 7. It becomes obsolete. Then you get an I-94. You upgrade to the iPhone 15 Pro. So you got your I-94. It's good for 90 days. You get married within 90 days, you're in status. If you don't, you're not. You get deported. Paya, India, you got married within 90 days, you're good to go. Now save up the money and pay for your green card and biometrics. Antonio, you're right. The K1 visa is irrelevant, but you got to take a picture of it and include it in the green card application. Okay. Now I don't know if you can hear me because I'm on a commercial break or something's going on. Francois, you got it right. Paya, India. Thank you. I've been so tense about this. Thank you for clarifying. Paya, India. If you got married within 90 days, you are in status. If it takes you 5 months to apply for the green card, so be it. Save up and pay for it, but you're not going to be deported, okay? You're just going to wait a bit longer for your green card. That's all. Francois Livingston. Now, issue number 2. I love issues, Francois. I thrive on issues. Hamid's Moroccan police report terms 9/12/2024, but his interview is on 9/18/2024. Does he need to request a new police report? No. He's good. He is good. Francois, and exactly where do I send you a fridge magnet from the New York, UAE, and Morocco? Yeah, a fridge magnet from New York, the United Arab Emirates, and Morocco. So get Hamid to to pick up a fridge magnet for Karina from Morocco. If he goes there, I don't know if he's going to go there, but if he just stays in the UAE, and I'll send you an address. Been stressing over this. No, don't stress. You're good. Antonio, seems like they can do the biometrics at the Social Security office. Huh? Or something. We drove an hour and a half and she was in for less than 10 minutes. For biometrics or to get her Social Security card? Which is which? Antonio, clarify. Inquiring minds want to know. Karina got her biometrics in New Orleans on Poydras Street. Biometrics, yeah. Biometrics. They took a picture, they take your fingerprints, and then they take your full signature. So that way in the future, if somebody tries to forge her signature, the immigration's got it on file and they can catch it and save her from some kind of, I don't know, identity theft or whatever. Biometrics is basically to protect the country and also to protect the beneficiary. But she got her biometrics done in less than 10 minutes. We drove from Florida to Alabama to Mississippi to New Orleans in Louisiana, and it took 10 minutes for Karina to get her biometrics. So you know what? We made a weekend out of it. If we're going to drive across 4 states for a 10-minute meeting for photos, we're going to make a vacation out of it. And we stayed at the Holiday Inn in downtown New Orleans. Fantastic hotel. Antonio, Karina got a credit card. Yes, Karina has a credit card. Karina's credit card. She has one. We made a photocopy of it. And we made a photocopy of mine, my credit card. We stuck it on a piece of white paper, like right this. Here's a piece of white paper. I made a pic. I got a copy of Karina's credit card and my credit card, not the credit card number. We showed the names as joint owners of the bank. That went in the green card application. Destiny's Room, Diego, I can't remember your video on the I-134, but for annual contribution to beneficiary, I put my income. You put your income and your mom puts her income. And if you're living with your mom, you can combine the incomes. Or just what I will give him directly. No, it's what do you make in a year? How much money do you make in a year? How much? You don't live together. Okay, so you can't combine the incomes. So however much money you make $30,000. Okay, so on the I-134, you're going to put that you are going to support your annual contribution to your future husband of $30,000 a year, which has to match your tax transcript and your 1040. Okay? So let's see. Destiny's Room. Do you understand what I just said? You put 30 grand. Antonio, how's that possible when she's new to the country? How is what possible? Karina getting a credit card? Well, she has a Social Security number. As soon as she got to the United States, we applied for her Social Security number. She got it within 10 days. And then we went to the bank, and I put her on as a joint account holder. And then she opened up a credit card with the bank. It's so easy, a caveman can do it, right? It's easy peasy pudding and pie. If we can do it, you can do it. So how is it possible? Well, it's possible because Karina has a Social Security number, and then she went with me to the bank, and I put her on the bank as a joint account holder on the bank, and then we applied for her credit card with the bank, and the bank mailed it to her. Welcome aboard, they said, and a debit card too. If you don't live together, Destiny's Room, then you're going to put 30 grand on your I-134, and your mom's going to put her income for the year on her I-134. Francois, I will most definitely ask him to get you a magnet tomorrow. If you don't have to, but it would be nice. Wouldn't it be cool for the fridge in nevera, esta para nevera para país ayudaí? Let me see. And the first thing will be out of his mouth is, I have USTA. Go about the vaccines and the family pics. Forget about the vaccines in the United Arab Emirates. Apparently, cash doesn't work in the UAE for medical stuff unless you got insurance, which is if they want to run it that way, they're losing money, right? Destiny's Room, no taxes here since I was a full-time student up until now. Okay, but you got to prove your income. You're making 30 grand a year, right? You got to prove it. Bank statements, pay stubs, a letter from your boss at Michigan State University saying this is how much money I make. You got to have that. But mom has her taxes, fantastic. And it's short, but her current income is almost 7K more. She made 49,000, but now she makes 54,000. Mountain Dew salute to Destiny's Room's mom. She's a great American. And she's going to pull you over the finish line, Destiny's Room, and get your future husband to America. With that income, you got nothing to worry about. Yes, she's working for the state of Michigan. Fantastic. Fantastic. Michigan. I don't know if I've been to Michigan. Maybe once, Michigan. No, I've never been to Michigan. Francois, you got to put your glasses on. Why? My glasses, if I put my glasses on, you won't recognize me. Francois, I will most definitely ask him to get you a magnet tomorrow, and the first thing will be out of his mouth is have USTA go about the vaccines. No, forget about that. Just focus on getting the K1 visa in his passport, get him to America, get him rested up, and then start getting him vaccinated. But it doesn't matter where you go, CVS, I don't know, Walgreens. What do you have in upstate New York that does vaccines? Get them done, and don't forget COVID. And the booster. You got to have the booster for COVID now, for some reason. It's, I don't know. Come on, roll on election day. That's what I can say. Destiny's Room, but it's so funny because she's the one who gives those means-tested benefits. Well, that's okay. Okay? Because it's going to help bring your husband-to-be to America. So it's worth it, right? Jeff Mantok. Diego, do you know if they will schedule my wife's and her son's biometrics appointment for the same day for the green card? No. You're going to get two separate letters. You're going to get a letter for biometrics, okay, for your wife, and you're going to get a letter for biometrics for her son. They could be on the same day. They could be on different days at different times, but the same location. But here's what happens. Jeff Mantok, listen to me. Pay attention. Pay attention to class. Jeff Mantok, pay attention. Francois, look at that super chat. Eternal thank you thank you, Francois, for that super chat. And Jeff Mantok, listen up. Pay attention. You're going to get two letters: a biometrics letter for your wife and a biometrics letter for your stepson. The days could be different. They could be 2 weeks apart for biometrics. But here's what you do. You bring your stepson with your wife to the biometrics with the letters, the appointment letters. And you ask very nicely the biometrics person, can you please take care of my stepson while we're here? His biometrics is on this day in 2 weeks. My biometrics is this day. Can you please do the biometrics on the same day? And watch what happens. They'll do it. Destiny's Room. Look at Destiny's Room. Don't be sending us super stickers now. You're a college student. You're a university student, Destiny's Room. Okay? You are eating ramen noodles for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Don't be sending super chats. But we appreciate it. Okay? We appreciate your kind-heartedness. A Mountain Dew salute to Destiny's Room. But Destiny's Room, keep that money, okay? You're a university student. Destiny's Room, yes, I pray it works. Jeff Mantok, you're going to get two biometrics letters, one for your wife, one for your stepson. The biometrics appointments are going to be on different days, but at the same place. Trust me, it's probably going to happen that way. But if it does, don't panic. Bring your stepson with your wife on the day of your wife's biometrics, assuming her date is first. And they'll get them both done on the same day. Albertine Umahosa Murasira. Man, I love that name. That's a heck of a name. How did your mom call you when you got in trouble? Albertine, come here. Francois, look at that. How I hope you know, super chat from Francois, second one. Hope you know how much Hamid and I thank you for you and Karina's guidance. Francois, we're going to get you into the we're going to get Hamid to America, okay? You're going to get married. You're going to have a big, fantastic honeymoon. You're going to take lots of pictures together, and you get a Mountain Dew salute for the super chat. And Albertine has saying hello there from Albertine. Diego, I would like to ask you to tell me what to do because the embassy is not responding for my case. I sent the inquiry to the National Visa Center, and they told me they have to send my case to Rwanda. Right. So what you got to do is if you need to email the embassy in Rwanda. If they're not responding to you and you've been waiting long enough, the embassy is not calling me for the interview, and I have you've completed the DS-160, but I can't pay for the visa because I have no welcome letter from the embassy. My mom calls me Alba. Well, hey, Alba, that's easier to say, Alba. Listen, Alba, you got to contact the embassy. You probably can't pay for the visa because there's no appointments available. And keep in touch with the embassy in Rwanda so you don't time out. You don't want your NOA2 letter to time out. And it won't time out as long as you maintain email contact with the embassy. All right, Alba? Email them. Or if you want, you can contact your senator in your state, and your sponsor. I don't know if you're the beneficiary or the sponsor, but you could have your sponsor, if you're the beneficiary, call your senator and ask the senator to step in and help you. I don't know what state you guys live in. Destiny's Room. I am eating exactly that. Haha. Yeah, Destiny's Room. You're eating ramen noodles. And you're sending me super stickers. Okay? Now I just cost you a ramen noodle lunch. Don't do that. Mine is Zachariah. Okay, Destiny's Room. Zachariah. Scar YT. Or is that YT? My ojos. Hey, my biometrics is on the 2nd of August, and I applied my file on July 8th, and I received and is that an RFE on the 23rd for birth certificate, even though I already provided the birth certificate. We'll resubmit it. What does the RFE say about the birth certificate? What is the question on the RFE? Immigration don't just send out RFEs because they need something to do. There's something wrong with the birth certificate. Read what the immigration is exactly asking for and send it, and they will fix it. And that will fix it. Alba, the embassy is not calling me for the interview. You have to schedule the interview, Alba. You have to schedule it at the embassy. You have to schedule it, or your sponsor. You can't pay because you have no welcome letter. Email the embassy in Rwanda and ask them for the welcome letter, for the packet 3, packet 4 email is what you're looking for. Okay? I'll look up the embassy in Rwanda for you. I'll see what I can find out. Fazak, my fiance had her biometrics. They saw Fazak. Man, Fazak, look at that super chat. It's a super sticker. Karina knows the difference. Super sticker from Fazak. Thank you, Fazak. A Mountain Dew salute. I wish I could send a super sticker to Destiny's Room so we can get her off ramen noodles for this week. So Fazak, my fiance had her biometrics. They saw 2 spots on her chest X-ray. She has to go back in 3 days in a row for a sputum test. Costs $500 freaking for medical. Now charging $100 for every sputum test. And told her she must wait 2 months after testing. This is very distressing. Okay, number 1, relax. Okay, nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. So stressing out isn't going to help you. You got to relax. This happens all the time, especially in the Philippines. Folks in the Philippines are getting sputum tested. They're getting checked. They're finding little spots and stuff. And then they have to go through exactly what are going through. But I don't remember it costing $500. And I don't remember it costing $100 for the sputum test. So I don't know what country. And they told her she must wait 2 months after testing. Right. They want to see what the results are. Okay. If it comes back positive for TB, relax. They'll put her on medication. I believe it's isoniazid. They'll put her on isoniazid. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice here, but I just know they're going to put her on isoniazid, and then that will fix it. And then she'll get her. Once it gets through that, then they will approve her medical. Okay, Fazak, you're going to get through this. I'm going to help you. The 2 months will pass very quickly. Don't stress it. This happens all the time. It happens all the time. Okay. When Karina went for she had her chest X-ray in Bogota. The doctor said, if you don't hear from us, everything's good. The next, was Burma. Whew. So the doctor called Karina up and said, hey, we see a spot on your chest X-ray. You got to come back and repeat the chest X-ray. So she came back and repeated the chest X-ray, and then they said there's nothing there. It was all over within 48 hours. But this is Colombia. You're where in Burma, a poor country. It will cost $800. Burma is a poor country charging huge fees. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, but Fazak, listen. Burma is a poor country. It's true, but your beneficiary, she's going to get her K1 visa. She's going to get it. Wait out the 2 months. For Karina, she had to wait 48 hours. In Burma, it's 2 months. But just wait it out and try to hang in there, okay? Be patient. Be patient. You're going to get through this. That's a lot of money. $800 for medical testing. Alba, thank you so much, Diego. When I sent my email to the embassy, they told me to contact the NVC. That's normal. That happens. And then the NVC told you to contact the embassy, right? And the embassy told me that they have done with my case. I should follow up with the embassy. Here's what you do. You get your U.S. senator. But it's true. The National Visa Center has done with your case. USCIS has done with your case, okay? It's now in the hands of the U.S. consulate in Rwanda. You got to stay in contact with Rwanda. And if it gets to the point where it's getting too long of a wait, contact your senator in your state, wherever you live or your sponsor lives, and have your U.S. senator intervene and have your U.S. senator contact the embassy in Rwanda. Stuff starts to happen when senators start calling embassies, okay? Remember, you could call your congressman and help, but the Congress is more powerful if you use a senator. The senator has more direct contact with the State Department, more so than congressional representatives. U.S. senators have more power, more clout with the State Department than Congress does. So, get in touch with your senator if it gets to a point where you just cannot get an appointment scheduled in Rwanda. Quit contacting the National Visa Center, okay? Perhaps you probably don't need the welcome letter from the National Visa Center to schedule an appointment in Rwanda. You got to get a packet 3, packet 4 email with the directions on how to schedule the visa interview. So email the embassy in Rwanda and ask them to give you the procedure, the email to schedule the interview. You got to schedule it. Destiny's Room. Oh, if I have very little assets, should I put anything in the asset spot? Leave it blank. On the I-134, leave it blank. Like they care about the $10 in my savings, but I'm required to put it. No, leave it blank. The only time you're going to put any money down in your savings and checking account for the I-134, if it's $5,000 or more. If you got $5,000 or more in your checking, savings, money market, whatever, then you would include it with your assets. But if it's less than $5,000, just leave it blank, okay? Let them guess. Make them guess. If it's substantial, that's correct, Destiny's Room. Urban guitar legend. Urban guitar legend. Can I travel with my fiance to other countries while we wait out this K1 visa process? If you want to, you can do that. Like going to Thailand for a for Philippines for 3 to 4 months at a time, as long as we don't spend more than 6 months. You can do that, but don't go past 6 months. If you go past 6 months in Thailand, then you're going to need to get a police certificate from Thailand. If you spend 6 months in the Philippines, you're going to have to get a police certificate from the Philippines for your beneficiary. So I would go for 2 to 3 months. I wouldn't go to 4 months. That's pushing the envelope. But I would say 3 months in Thailand and 3 months in the Philippines, which is more than enough time to get your K1 visa processed. But don't be out of the country when you start getting freaking emails from USCIS and letters, your NOA2 letter. You need the NOA2 letter. Your NOA2 letter is going to have your beneficiary's alien number on it. She's going to need the NOA2 letter to give to the embassy as a proof of your visa being approved by USCIS. But Urban Guitar Legend, you can definitely travel with your beneficiary, your fiance, to other countries. Just don't go past 4 months. 4 months is the cutoff, not 6 months. It's 6 months technically, but you don't want to push the envelope. Cool, Urban Guitar Legend. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I was trying to avoid the police report. You got it. Yeah, we are just at the beginning of all this. Just got the NOA1 in July. Okay, you got your NOA1 letter in July. Now that's the notice of action letter. You got it in July. You should get the NOA2 letter probably in the next 6 to 7 months. So what is it? You got it July, right? August, September, October, November, December, January, February, or March. January or February, you're going to get your NOA2 letter. So you want to be back in the United States by at least January, so you can be waiting for your NOA2 letter, okay? When you get the NOA2 letter, then you're going to be waiting for the MVC welcome letter. Then you're going to be waiting for the ready status and the in-transit status, okay? And doesn't your fiance live on a little island somewhere off the coast of Africa? Is that correct me if I'm wrong, Urban Guitar Legend, but I think she lives on an island somewhere off of Africa, or I could be wrong. Well, I really hope we get the NOA2 by March of 2025. You will. You'll get it by January or February. That would be great. Madagascar. That's right. Madagascar. That's right. Madagascar. It's an island, right? Madagascar is an island. They got these monkeys that live on Madagascar. I can't remember what they're called, right? Because they have them in Bendita Beach, also in Colombia. Because I remember seeing these monkey things running around, and I said to Karina, check it out. I think they're in Madagascar. She said, yeah, they're here. They're in Colombia too. Good Urban Guitar Legend. You'll have the NOA2 letter before March of 2025. Okay, and I'm telling you. So don't be disappearing for 6 or 8 months. The Mountain Nomads, Diego, we only got our NOA2 after a month and 20 days. I rest my case. So probably won't take that long for them. That's correct. Urban Guitar Legend, pay attention to the Mountain Nomads. Now the Mountain Nomads, that's almost close to Mountain Dew, right? Mountain Dew, Mountain Nomads. That's a Mountain Dew salute for Mountain Nomads. Urban Guitar Legend, yes, it's an island off the coast of Mozambique. There, I figured it was. The lemurs. Lemurs, that's what they're called, lemurs. Man, Urban Guitar Legend. I mean, everybody on this channel is highly intelligent. I couldn't remember the name. It's lemurs. I remember the lemurs, right. They live in Madagascar. So now, Urban Guitar Legend, are you preparing your fiance for life in the United States? She's living on an island in Madagascar with lemurs. She knows everybody in her town where she lives. If your fiance walks out of her house, she knows everybody, right? Everybody's going to wave at her. Hello, hello. And you're fixing to pull her away from Mozambique into the United States. Make sure you get her ready for the transition. Okay? Urban Guitar Legend to the Mountain Nomads. Wow. So what date, month, year did you apply? That's a good point. And Urban, you must consider the income and the job so you can travel out of the country, but make sure you are not missing anything. Urban Guitar Legend gets paid wherever he is. He's doing pretty good. Destiny's Room, do I need to have my fiance? Do I need to have my fiance my I-134? Like with his yeah, you got to put his contact information on there, yeah. But he doesn't sign it. No, he doesn't sign. Destiny's Room. The beneficiary does not sign the form I-134. Does not. The only time a beneficiary, the only time a person signs the I-134 who's a foreign national is if they're trying to get a tourist visa to come to the United States on vacation. Then they got to prove they got the assets on hand in their home country. Like if you live in the Philippines and you want to come to America for a vacation, you're a Filipino. You want to go to Disney World in Florida. You fill out an I-134 and you sign it. But if you are a Filipino coming to the United States on a K-1 visa, the sponsor fills out the I-134 in the United States and signs it, not the Filipino. Destiny's Room. Okay, I understand. You guys are learning a lot today, right? You're learning a lot. You're getting advanced knowledge. You're becoming experts in K-1 visas. Adriana Muro, the case has been in administrative processing since July 1st. Adriano, I understand. Francois Livingston, Diego, I feel Hamid should go to Morocco to visit his family for a couple of weeks because he hasn't seen them in 3 years and won't see them for 4 years once he comes to the U.S. Start his vaccinations in Morocco, then I fly to Morocco for a few days, then fly together to the United States, and I'm willing to fly out all in the name to make what? Come on, Francois, you work in the medical field, right? So I can understand you. To fly out all in the name to make his every to the U.S. east and smooth. Francois, rewrite that so I can understand it. That's New York language right there. You're talking like a New Yorker. But I recommend if he's going to fly to Morocco to see his family, right? Flying to Morocco is much cheaper than going to Abu Dhabi. It's too hot in Abu Dhabi. Don't go there. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, but it's hot at this time of the year. So fly to Morocco. And what are you going to do, Francois? When you get to Morocco, what are you going to do? What is your homework assignment when you land in Morocco? Tell me. Write it out. Easy. What's easy? Francois, I lived in New York. I used to live in Staten Island. And I got sick of the taxes and the snow and the craziness. So I relocated to Florida in 1982. Great decision on my part. Okay. I landed in Jacksonville, Florida with my big New York jacket on. So I left 30-degree weather and landed in 80-degree weather. I got on a Greyhound bus and jumped on a Greyhound bus and rode the bus across the Panhandle of Florida and got a job with Greyhound. I was working that quick. Okay. But I got the heck out of New York State. And I'm so glad I did. Because now look at it. You get taxed out the yin-yang. If you step on the cracks in the sidewalk, you get taxed in New York. Flying to Morocco is much cheaper than flying to Abu Dhabi. The Mountain Nomads, Urban, our NOA1 was May 7th, 2024. And we received our NOA2 June 21st, 2024. And now our case is at the MVC. That's a very quick turnaround. So Urban Guitar Legend, pay attention to what the Mountain Nomads are telling you. Okay? Pay attention. You're going to be in the Philippines or Thailand on vacation, and all this stuff's going to start happening, and then you're not going to know about it. Unless you got a good internet connection when you are on vacation with your fiance. Destiny's Room, it feels nice to laugh. Come on, listen. I'm trying to make this process for you guys as relaxing as possible, as less stressful as possible. And then the person, like Fasak, his beneficiary is in Burma. He's got to go through a TB test. It's going to take 2 months to get the results. Okay. So you take a time out, you relax, and you understand that she's going to get her K1 visa. You just got to wait a little bit more longer of time to wait. Okay. It sucks. Same thing happened to Karina. She had to repeat her chest X-ray. In my opinion, the doctor or whoever, the nurse, just knocked the camera when they took her picture. You do the chest X-ray. She had her hands up here, and the medical assistant accidentally jammed the freaking camera, and it made it blur just a little bit. And she had to go back and repeat it. But I didn't have to pay for the second X-ray, right? No, it was gratis per secondo. And it came out fine. Urban guitar legend to mountain nomads. That is ridiculously quick. Yes, I'm paying attention. I'll be visiting her for the next 3 months, starting in August. Yet I'll hold off on extra travel. Good decision, Urban Guitar Legend. Because you don't want to be in Thailand and you don't get an internet connection, and you're missing the emails. And you miss the NOA 2 letter. It's at your house, and you're in Thailand, in the jungles with elephants. Francois Livingston, I'll start his vaccinations in Morocco. Good. Then I'll fly out for a few days. Go out for 5 days, not a few days. How much vacation time can you get? Then fly back together. I'm willing to do all that for this to make his entry to the US easy and smooth. That's right. I flew from Bogota, Colombia with my beautiful Karina. We landed in Miami, and we both went into the scary Border Patrol office together. And the Border Patrol saw me. They saw Karina, and they smiled. They said, sit down. And boom, the rest is history. It's so much smoother when you accompany your beneficiary to the United States, going through Border Patrol. Francois, sorry about the gibberish words. Francois, you live in upstate New York. I'm used to it. I remember New York, okay? And I deciphered everything you said. You're all good. Mountain nomads, just travel for a month, better than risking it unless there's someone who will get your NOA 2. Don't trust anybody to get your NOA 2 letter but you, Urban Guitar Legend. Nobody else. And also, you have enough income and reliable job once your fiance goes for the interview. His income's good. His job is reliable. He can work anywhere. Maha Chaudhary. My NOA 2 was on the 14th of May. Okay. When I got email from the NVC regarding K1 letter Pakistan. Okay. Urban Guitar Legend. I'll be visiting her for the next 3 months. It's a good idea. Fantastic. Keep your plane tickets. Get lots and lots of pictures with lots of friends and family on your adventures traveling with her. Okay. Identify who's in the photos for immigration. So when you get a group picture with a bunch of people, like Karina and I, we went to the tallest waterfall in Colombia. The tallest waterfall in Colombia, because we can't go to the tallest waterfall in Venezuela because I can't go to Venezuela. Well, who knows? Maybe after the election tomorrow, maybe we'll have a free country there. So we went to the tallest waterfall in Colombia. We got pictures with a whole bunch of tourists. I said, "What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Can I use your name for the photos for immigration?" They said, "Yeah, no problem." There was a couple from Ukraine. There was a couple from Kentucky in the United States. There was us. And then there was our tour guide, Nick. Our tour guide, Nick, he's Colombian, spoke fluent English. I put all that, I said, and when I got that group picture in front of this freaking waterfall, I put it in the green card, in the K1 visa application. And we went to Chawachi. I did the same thing. Destiny's Room to Francois. I'll talk that way too sometimes, even if I write many essays. Haha. I think it's a sign we are comfortable here. Yeah, relax here. You guys just got to chill out here and relax. Okay? Relax. Chill out. Francois might not be able to get together with his family. You got to get pictures. If I fly to Morocco, that's why I asked about the video chats. When you go to Morocco, Francois, get pictures with friends. Okay? Make new friends. Say, hey, what's your name? My name is so-and-so. Okay, you are now my friend. And you are now friends with Hamid, right? Oh, okay. Get a picture. Okay? FASAC, NOA2 approval is good to August. No, it's not. It's good until it's an indefinite. As long as you maintain contact with the National Visa Center, FASAC. Maintain contact with the National Visa Center and or the embassy. Well, you're at the embassy stage in Burma, right? Maintain contact with the embassy, and your NOA2 letter will continue to be extended past August. Karina's NOA2 letter expired September 16, 2023. I couldn't get her a visa interview till November 16, 2023. So her NOA2 letter was expired for 2 months, but it wasn't because I maintained contact with the embassy in Bogota, Colombia. That's how it works. FASAC. So relax. Your NOA2 letter is not going to expire as long as you maintain contact with the U.S. Embassy in Burma. They made her take 2 x-rays, so no mistake. She's good to go. FASAC. It's going to take 2 months. You got to relax over for the next 8 weeks. The time will pass so quickly. It's going to pass just like that, and then she will get her visa. Francois, I'm trying to save my vacation for the big day and go away for a few days afterwards. Francois, I get 5 weeks of vacation a year. 5 weeks. Francois, 5 semanas para vacazioni per año. 5 weeks. Man, I only got 30 days when I was in the Navy. Francois, plus I have 5 weeks left over from last year. So you got 10 weeks. Wow, use it so you don't lose it. Destiny's Room, if we get our K1, no, you will get your K1, not if. When you get your K1, I will pay whatever to fly him and get him. Go and meet him in his country. Remind everybody what country, Destiny's Room. I try to remember everybody's country, but I'm not young like Karina. She remembers everything. I can't remember squat. I don't even remember where my car keys are sometimes. Morocco, that's right. Morocco, that's right. Forgive me, I should know that already by now. Go to Morocco, Destiny's Room. Spend time there. Urban guitar legend. Yes, sir. I will take lots of pictures. Lots. I even took screenshots of her and her mom, sister on a WhatsApp video. Print them with dad and grandma and myself. Yeah, I did the same thing. I was talking to Karina and Karina's sister-in-law and my nephews and nieces. Now, baby Paola, I don't know if baby Paola's watching. Baby Paola, okay, out of Karina's entire family is from Venezuela. And all her brothers and everybody lives in Colombia. They got the heck out of Venezuela, okay? But baby Paola was born in Colombia. So she's the first baby. She's the Colombian. So Paola's the Colombian. Everybody else is Venezuelanos. I think it's really cool. Isn't that cool? Baby Paola. We love baby Paola. And Asia, too. Don't forget Asia. Let me see. Francois. Maha Chaudhry, what is the expected date of receiving email of K1 letter? Kindly answer my question. What the expected date of receiving email of K1 letter? You don't get an email. You get it. Are you talking the NOA1 letter? Are you talking the NOA2 letter? The NOA1 and the NOA2 letter is a letter that comes in the mail. And you get a letter opener and you open it very carefully so you don't tear the NOA1 or the NOA2 letter. So Maha, I don't know what, I'll answer your question. If you help me out, please help me out and tell me, what K1 letter are you talking about? The NOA1, the NOA2? Francois Livingston to Destiny's Room. I'm glad you enjoyed my gibberish words. We love it. I love chit-chatting with New Yorkers. I was typing so fast I can tell Diego things and I didn't check my spellings. But I understood what you said. Remember, I used to live in Staten Island, okay? So I knew what you were saying. Uno Mikey, July 9th, 2024, I was approved for my spousal visa. Is it IR1 or CR1? Now it's at the NVC waiting to get sent to the embassy in Colombia. And you spelled Colombia correctly. That's 2 Mountain Dew salutes. A Mountain Dew salute for getting your spousal visa approved. Now, the National Visa Center is going to schedule your visa interview at the embassy in Bogota. Okay? And a Mountain Dew salute for spelling Colombia correctly. There was a guy who has a YouTube channel, and he made a video all about Colombia. And he couldn't even spell the name of the country correctly. He was spelling Colombia. Now, this is the correct way to spell Colombia. Right here. That's the correct way to spell Colombia. And this guy, with 2.1 million views on his YouTube channel, was talking about Colombia, and he spelled it like this. Do you know how disrespectful it is to misspell the name of Colombia, the country? If you go to, when you're in El Dorado Airport in Colombia, they're selling bull caps that says it's Colombia, not Colombia. They got T-shirts that say it's Colombia, not Colombia. Colombia is in South Carolina. So here's a guy with a YouTube channel talking about Colombia, and he can't even spell the name of the country correctly. I just didn't even make it 1 minute into the video, and I just said, hasta luego. Destiny's Room, it's okay. Francois Livingston got it about making friends in Morocco. Make new friends. I'm very sociable and chatty, so no problem making Moroccan friends as long as they don't start chatting in Darija. I can't pronounce it. But wait, Hamid speaks Darija. It doesn't matter if they speak Darija or if they don't speak Darija. You're going to get pictures with all these people, and you're going to put them in your green card application. And you're going to name the people in the pictures. This is my friend from Casablanca. This is my other friend from Casablanca. And you're going to name these people. Okay? And even if they've been your friend for 30 minutes, they're your friends. And they're going to be in pictures. And you're going to put them in a group picture. Francois, I will get all this vacation time because I have been with the hospital for 17 years. 17 years. I was in the Navy 20 years. The most I got was 30 days vacation time. Maha Chaudhry, May 14th, Pakistan, K1 letter. Okay. K1 letter. May 14th, 2024, Pakistan. K1 letter. What happened on May 14th, 2024 in Pakistan? What happened May 14th? Did you get your NOA1 letter? Did you apply for your... You're asking me about a K1 letter. There's 2 letters you get in the mail from immigration. The NOA1 letter and the NOA2 letter. May 14th, 2024, Pakistan. So I'm going to do my Nostradamus here, and I'm going to guess that you got your NOA2 letter May 14th, 2024. I don't know. I can't answer the question. I don't understand it. Maha, I want to answer your question, but I don't understand what your question is. What is the expected date of receiving an email of K1 visa letter? You don't get an email. Are you talking about the packet 3, packet 4 email from the U.S. Embassy in Pakistan? Is that what you're asking me? From the NOA2 letter to the ready status? Is that what you're asking me? You got to spell it out, Maha, so I can help you. From NOA1 to NOA2 letters, quick. NOA2 letter to National Visa Center welcome letter. That's an email from the NVC. That could be 2 to 3 months. And then you have to wait for the NVC to mail your K1 visa package to Pakistan. I believe it's Islamabad. The embassy gets it. They send you ready status. They send you an email to schedule the visa interview. That's how it works. The K1 FTP letter, I don't know if that's what they're asking for. But if it is, it's going to be about 2 to 3 months after they get the NOA2 letter. Destiny's Room, I was just watching videos on Pakistan. Hey, how cool. It's nice to meet you, Maha. Bless you. Pakistan, beautiful country. Isn't Pakistan, they got connected to India, right? Isn't India and Pakistan kind of joined together with this big mountain range? I think when there was when we had plate tectonics, I think India crashed into Pakistan billions of years ago and created this big mountain range. Francois, Karina, hope you had a great week at work. To bien, to trabajo bien. She had a great week, Francois. Destiny's Moon, Destiny's Room. Darija, like a jaybird, not like Spanish. Darija. Oh, Darija. That's how you pronounce it. Darija. Right? Isn't that how you say it? Darija? Darija in Spanish. Darija in English. Okay. Karina knows Destiny's Room. Yeah, Destiny's Room. See now, when you university students get on the channel, you help us get educated. Okay, because you're way smarter than we are. Well, than me. I don't know. Karina's educated in university. I went to city colleges of Chicago, so Karina's way above me. She went to university. I went to city colleges of Chicago when I was in the military. Easy E writes, good evening, Diego and Karina. Easy E writes, welcome. It's Saturday. It's 7:11 p.m., July 27th, 2024, and you're on the live stream. This is the K1 Visa channel where I answer all your questions for free about K1 visas, green cards, spousal visas, and tourist visas. Okay? And Francois says, I think Maha means K1 FTP letter. Francois, once you get the NOA2 letter, the K1 FTP letter is going to come 2 to 3 months afterwards. Depends on how busy the embassy is. Pakistan, I don't really see them being that busy. So it shouldn't take long for Maha to get the K1 visa interview. Francois Livingston, you got it, Diego, about what? Darija. Is Darija or Darija? Darija in Spanish, Darija in English. Easy E writes, I changed my name to Easy E writes because I just bought a motorcycle. I needed a new catchy name. I like that. Easy E writes. What kind of motorcycle did you buy? Or you just don't want to tell us. But that's a really cool name. Easy E writes. That's freedom of the road, right? Get your motorcycle helmet. You just can't put it on a seatbelt. You got a CF Moto, 300 NK. 300 horsepower. That's a lot of power right there. And CF Moto, that's the Spanish for motorcycle, moto. Jacob Wisdom, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Ross. Now, Jacob, Mr. Ross is in Thailand. That's my dad. My dad lives in Thailand. He's married to a Thai lady. My mom passed away, so my dad went on vacation to Thailand because he was sad, and he never came back. He met this lovely lady, and his vacations were spent in Chiang Mai. He got married, started a family, and he said, to hell with all this immigration crap, I'm living in Thailand. So he lives in Thailand. He's been there 25 years. Let's see here. Easy E writes, CF Moto 300 NK. It's a Chinese brand. Okay. And Jacob Wisdom, I'm Diego, and this is Karina. Okay, now, Mr. Ross lives in Thailand, but Diego's right here for you. Jacob, LOL, there you go. Francois Livingston, Karina, you got it. Listen to her, Diego. So good. So Francois said, I messed it up. You got it right. So it's Darija, not Darija. So Francois got it. She pronounced it correctly. Easy E writes to Francois, looks like things are moving nicely for you. Yeah, Francois has her Hamid is her beneficiary. He has his K1 visa interview on September 18, 2024 at the United Arab Emirates U.S. Embassy in Abu Dhabi. Karina knows UAE. She wanted to go there on vacation. I'm like, you crazy. It's so hot. It's like hot. It's hotter than Caracas, Venezuela. It's hotter than Florida. Francois to Easy E writes, things are rolling super fast now. And Destiny's Room, I want to maybe live in Morocco, but only if I could earn money to send home. So we will have to see what happens. Destiny's Room, when you marry, you're a beneficiary from Morocco. You ain't going anywhere till he's a U.S. citizen. So if you got plans to live in Morocco for whatever, a working vacation or just to work there temporarily, you got to get U.S. citizenship for your beneficiary, because if he is out of the country on a green card longer than 180 days, on a 2-year green card, his green card will be terminated. If he's out of the country longer than 365 days on a 10-year green card, his green card will be terminated, and you will be considered as an abandoned green card. So if you want to go live in Morocco, Destiny's Room, and work, and you make sure you bring your new husband with you, and he's a U.S. citizen. Destiny's Room, okay, you got it? Uno Mikey, how far out do they schedule after I submit my MVC to Colombia? How far out do they schedule? I did Form I-130. That's for the spousal visa. Then I made a mistake and I had to do I-824. What the heck? And then I got approved to the MVC. You're in a spousal visa, right? Right, Uno Mikey? Why are you filling out an I-130? That's for bringing mom and dad to the United States, not to, unless you were doing something, I don't know. You had to do the I-824. That's correct. Then I got approved to the National Visa Center. How far out do they schedule after I submit my MVC to Colombia? You're talking about getting your documents documentally qualified, right, Uno Mikey? Uno Mikey, are you documentally qualified? Because when you go for a spousal visa, you have to get documentally qualified first with the MVC. Once you get documentally qualified, the MVC will then. See, I know how to do this, guys. Once you get documentally qualified, the National Visa Center will submit your paperwork and schedule the visa interview at the embassy in Bogota as soon as there is an opening. July and August is busy. So don't expect to get a visa interview for your wife until probably September or October. Uno Mikey, you got it? But you got to get documentally qualified first. Or else nothing's going to happen. Destiny's Room, I understand. Make sure you know. Francois, Destiny's Room from Morocco is beautiful to visit, but not to live there permanently. Well, I could live in Colombia permanently as long as it was in Cucuta. That's it. Bogota, no, I couldn't live in Bogota permanently. Bogota, Paraty. Karina likes the mountains. My body was not liking Bogota. I love people in Bogota. The Colombians are fantastic. But my body didn't like being at 10,300 feet above sea level. So I was always permanently tired or with a headache or griping because it was always freaking raining, right? But Karina, she didn't mind. Karina's from the mountains of Venezuela, and she didn't mind the mountains of Colombia. Me, I want to be at freaking sea level. Cucuta was at sea level, and I could see Venezuela. Hey, Chuck, there's Venezuela right there. The mountains of Venezuela, beautiful. Now here I am in Cucuta, Colombia, and everybody's in the U.S. State Department, and the U.S. Embassy says don't go to Cucuta. I'm like, who are you to tell me where to go? So we went to Cucuta. I didn't get kidnapped, right? I didn't. Destiny's Room, Morocco is beautiful. Jacob Wisdom, I mailed my adjustment of status July 17, 2024. How long does it take for biometrics? Well, you're going to get, it depends on how busy the immigration folks are. Did you send it to Chicago, Phoenix, Arizona, Elgin, Illinois, or Texas? Where did you send your Jacob? Where did you mail your green card application to? Tell me where. Francois, Morocco is all tourists. I don't know. I've never been to Morocco. Maybe we'll go in the future. We'll go to Morocco for a vacation. Go to Casablanca. Go see where they filmed that movie, Casablanca. Who was that? What was that movie? Who was in that movie? Back in the 40s. Nong Vang, Envy Homes. I hope you're selling lots of homes, Nong Vang. Sell, sell, sell. Hello, Diego and Corinne. I hope all is well. Lately, wanted to fill in. I also helped another couple complete their K1 visa petition. Well, how about that? helping out those who need it in this complex process. Nong Veng Envy Homes. I'll give you a Mountain Dew salute. I got a little bit left for being the helper that you are. You save somebody $4,000, right? At least $4,000. Destiny's Room. Yay, I'm on the last page of the I-134. The I-134 is the Declaration of Financial Support. To clarify my situation, there you go. As if they'll read it. They'll read it. The interview in Morocco sounds like 5 minutes only. Possibly. How can they practice law in 5 minutes? I don't know. That's a good question. Jacob Wisdom. So you sent your green card application to Chicago, okay? So it's backed up right now because it's the summer. So don't be surprised if it takes them maybe 4 weeks before they even touch your case. You got to open it. They're going to send you a text message when they say they opened it. When you get that text message that they opened it up, they found your green card application. You filled out the check properly. You didn't mess up anything. Then you'll get a text message, and then you should hear from biometrics, probably a letter within about 2 weeks after that. Uno Mikey, my wife lives in Medellin. Medellin. That's the city of eternal spring. And Karina's been there. Karina's been to Medellin. No, I haven't. She went on vacation. I was like, okay, I didn't get to go. I was here in Florida. We've been together for 6 years. Fantastic. I'm doing the spousal visa. I did the DS-260 form. We've been married for 4 years. And you fill out the DS-260 on a spousal visa. You fill out the DS-160 when you go with the K-1. And the DS means Department of State. Okay, DS. What does DS mean? DS form. You're filling out these DS forms, right? DS. What does it mean? It means Department of State. Who controls visas? The Department of State. When you get to the visa interview, is that Tokyo? No, I just stood on Karina's foot. I thought it was the cat. When you get to the visa interview part, the Department of State now takes control over the visa process. They control it at the embassy level. So you go from USCIS forms to DS forms, okay? Okay, guys, I've been talking an hour and 22 minutes. I'm sure you guys want to go in and do something on your weekend. You get to sleep in tomorrow unless you got to work. We'll be back on Monday, Lunes. We'll be back Monday, and we'll continue this live stream on Monday. And Uno Mikey says, I live in Orlando. So you live in Orange County. Okay, Orlando. It's Orange County, right? There are 67 counties in Florida. There are 67 counties in Florida, and Orange County is one of them in Orlando. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Thanks for the super chats too. Destiny's Room. Don't be sending us those super chats. Keep that money. You need that money.